Hi, Neil. I was speaking with a friend earlier today about something from book three. And book three it talks a lot about more highly evolved societies. And this idea that in these highly evolved societies which exist on other planets, they have a one world government where it takes care of everyone because we understand that everyone is connected. Whereas in our world, we have people starving in Africa because we have this separation program going on.
Well, let me stop you there, Luke, just for a minute. I want you to keep your train of thought, but let me just inject real fast. In most of those highly evolved societies, there isn't even a government. There may be a one world government in some of them, in some of the less highly evolved, but in the truly highly evolved societies, there is no government because, in my understanding, because there are no need, or there is no need for a law. No one is arrested. No one does anything to get themselves arrested. So there's no justice system. There's no system of laws, rules, and regulations. Everyone behaves in a highly evolved civilization as if they were highly evolved. That is, they come from pure, unconditional, and unlimited love in every choice, decision, and interaction in which they find themselves engaged. So the idea of a government that has to lay out some sort of formula by which we're supposed to live, to say nothing of a whole series of laws, would be virtually unheard of in a highly evolved civilization. And so, but in primitive societies that are just beginning to emerge and to move to the next level in what I want to call a cosmic adolescence. I'll call it a cosmic adolescence. At least we're not like infants anymore. Maybe a one world government might be one way for us to express the universal reality that we are all one.
Amazing. Yeah, I know it talks about the United States, for example, being uh, a pilot of this, right? And obviously, there are parts that aren't optimal right now, and we're working to make it a fairer and more just system. But what I was really talking with my friend about was it feels like we're at such a big turning point right now on the planet where there are these incredible things happening. We have a chance to change who we are, and so many people are waking up and becoming enlightened and realizing there's more to life than just being selfish and that we are connected. And so I just wonder what your advice would be for me and anyone else listening who wants to align with that vision that you've just said of this world where we don't even need laws because we just come from a place of love and kindness and care for each other. Like, what would your advice be for anyone who's maybe not in that place right now?
Luke, to the degree that it's possible within our society, and our society structurally does not make it possible in every instance, but to the degree that the structure of our society makes it possible, my advice would be, of course, to put into action and to become a demonstrator of these ideas of which you speak. So, how can we demonstrate our oneness? How can we demonstrate our unconditional love? How can we demonstrate our total acceptance? How can we demonstrate our compassionate patience, even with those who are not behaving in accord with our own highest and best thoughts? I face this question almost every day, Luke, because people are always asking me, well, what do you think about this political leader or that political leader or this political party or that cultural event or that social, experience? They're always asking my opinion about things. And I'm always looking deep within to see how can I respond in a way that maintains my honesty and my authenticity and stay out of the place of judgment or make wrong with regard to certain of these exterior experiences that I am encountering and observing. So I think that's part of the growth process. But I would say to you, Luke, that the advice I would give you is found at in the back end of book 4. If you haven't read Conversations with God, book 4, you'll want to pick it up because it lists 16 differences between highly evolved beings and humans, those humans who are living in an unawakened state. And that list of 16 differences is virtually a blueprint that answers your question, Luke. If you haven't read book 4, you'll find the answer to your question. In the last quarter of book 4, look up that list of 16 differences and then step into the expression and demonstration of the behaviors of highly evolved beings. You can, and by the way, Luke, I want to say to you, no one's going to appoint you to do this. No one's going to anoint you in the field or, take a sword and, and knight you in the field to be one of those who demonstrates these kinds of behaviors. You have to select yourself. You have to decide, I'm going to self-select to be one of those people who does what Neale suggests. That is, who models and chooses to be a model of the behavior of highly evolved beings. And I have put up a place on the internet for people who are intrigued by that notion. It's called ihaveselfselected.com. Again, ihaveselfselected.com. As written as one word, you know how the internet works. But if you go there, you'll find a portal that takes you to a whole raft of resources that can support you if you'd like to live into the answer to your question. But the answer to your question, Luke, model the behavior, or as Gandhi put it far more succinctly, be the change you wish to see.
Wonderful. Really great. And I haven't read book 4 yet, so that will be something for me to dive into for sure. So thank you for that recommendation. I'll definitely.
I expect you to have it read by next week. And I'll begin asking you questions about its content. And so, because it's a powerful, powerful book. The book is subtitled, by the way, it's Conversations with God, book 4, subtitle, Awaken the Species. And it is a clarion call, really. It is an invitation from God to all of us who read that book to awaken the species, to be part of that group of souls that have chosen that self-assigned mission to awaken the species.
Wonderful. Sounds great. I know last time we talked as well, I was talking about my book, which is now being published, which is a call to help people wake up as well. So I'm definitely aligned with that. So I'll be checking out your website. So thank you so much, Neale.